Alright, welcome back guys again. Now we will discuss here we were yesterday, right? So let's start today's this is our second day in this. Okay, so let's quick recap of the yesterday. We learned how Python actually runs on the, let's say here, so yesterday we saw like how Python works on the actually runs the code, like code, then interpreter, right? Then we have bytecode after that, then we have virtual machine, then OS, then like CPU, like that, run it. Okay? And then we set up the Linux in the Windows, then WSL, and we set up the VS Code also. And then we built a virtual environment here like this, right? By running some commands. You can look in the yesterday lecture what commands were those. So and we proved it works with which Python and our first script. So if you missed day one, link is in the, like you can watch yesterday's stream, right? So you need that setup for today. Okay, so today we stop with hello world and start writing the real code for our radio radar project. So again we will activate our virtual environment by source, and we go through this. We have to run this script. So how we run this script? Source, and then we go for venv/bin/activate, and this script will be the virtual environment is on. Okay, so you can see where we are like so in this Python, right? Here we are, this is pointing to, okay, here you can see here. So if you are in this virtual environment, all of those files will point to this virtual environment. Okay, just shall I go here? Okay, so this is our ritual now. Like every session start like this, and see the VENV and we are in. Okay, so here VENV is there, so we are using the virtual environment. Okay, we are inside this. Now today's mission is we learn some Python fundamentals like variables, like whatever. Okay, so let me again alright, so we learn some Python fundamentals like what are variables and data types, functions, okay, loops and conditionals. Alright, we will learn these fundamentals, and this is the promise of the series. Like we will not learn these with toy examples, okay, about apples and bananas. We are building the actual first component of review radar here, and a script that loads customer reviews and validates them and reports statistics about them, right? So why this matters for you, your job hunt, is because every ML system on earth, right, start with data loading, okay. So every ML system, right, starts with data loading, right, and then validation of that data. Like for example, Netflix, Spotify, and every AI startup out there, right? So someone wrote the read the data and check the data code first, right? Sloppy data code is the number one cause of ML failures in production. So we learn to do it right from day two here. By the end of the today, you will understand every fundamental Python concept, right? And we will have a working load review.py that we will build tomorrow's code builds on, okay? So let's understand what are the variables, okay? So a variable is a sticky note with the name on it. So when I write review text is equal to, let's say, when I write this review text, okay, equal to, there is a string. We denote a string like this in Python, right? Great product. Let's say this is the variable here, right? This is review text is the variable name, okay. So what Python will do, let's say Python will do this text string, okay. There is a memory, okay. This is a text here. So what Python do, this will put this text in this memory, okay, here, and label it with review text. So key inside most beginner miss here is sticky note is not the box, okay. This is not the sticky box. Two sticky notes can point to the same box also. That will matter a lot later, because it's why modifying a list inside function can surprise you. So remember, names point at objects. So this is a here, like review text is a variable and this is our text as a object, okay. So this name, okay, will point to the memory here, alright, text for this text here. This text will be stored in memory, and we can do this like, okay, we have review, okay, let's say review 2, okay, is equal to also great product. Like we can say a review text, we assign this. So now this review 2 also will point to this. So these are sticky notes which are labels for this memory location. At this memory location, this text is stored in the memory, okay. So in Python, everything is an object with three things, okay. So let me write this here. In Python, everything is a object, okay, with three things. What are those three things? Let me write it. One is a type, okay. So what is the type of this? Type is, it's a string, Okay, what kind of data it is. Okay, then we have a value. Value is this. Okay, the great product. And then we have an identity. Okay, identity is its address in memory. Okay, so let's say this is 1001 is the address of this in memory. Okay, so these three things is there. Okay, then you understand the variable just a text which points to a variable is like a direction sign, right? Like we can access this in memory via this. Okay, now we will understand the data types in the Python. What are data types? Okay, so data types is like what type of data is there. So there are some core types there. Okay, so let me just write them here and tell you okay what kind of data type is there. So one is this str. Okay, str is a data type. What it does, like example, what it looks like this. Okay, like it looks like this in double quotes, like okay, this product is amazing. All right, and just a minute, guys. I have to like just a minute. Okay, I have to do something here. Okay, so as you can see here, all right, yeah. Okay, so this is example. Okay, how the this is for string, right? You can see. And this is for string, and we have int data type. Okay, like it will store the integers. This is for integers like 5, 6, and like that. Okay, we will use for this for star rating. Okay, in our project like that. Then we have float data type also, like it will store decimal like this, and 1.8 decimal integers. Okay, decimal numbers. Then we have bool. This is for boolean values, true or false. Okay, and then we have list data type. Alright, list is like this, square braces, like text 1, text 2. Okay, like this. It can have any type of data type inside this. Like it is list are like multi type. Okay, you can have then 1 and 2 also here. Then we have dictionary. Okay, dict. They are like key value pairs. So we will have some key like text. Then for the corresponding key we have some value. Okay, then again we have some key like rating, let's say. Then for this rating we have some value. Okay, like this. This is our dictionary, and one is okay. Then we have one also none type. Okay, none is just none. No, this none means there is no value, so, or you can say missing value there. Okay, and you know, Python is dynamically typed language. Like you don't declare types like in C++ and C and Java. You declare types, right? You don't declare types in Python. Python will figure them out at runtime. Like let's say you don't need to do this int rating is equal to 5 like this. You don't need to do this. You can just say like, okay, rating is 5. Okay, Python will automatically detect like it is integer. Okay, if you give like, okay, rating is 5 like this, so here Python will silently make it a string, right? So you have freedom, but also danger here, because type confusion is a top source of bugs here, because when someone else read code and like, so it's better to mention type. Okay, so professionals fight this with type hints. Like what we do is like we can like say, okay, rating, okay, and int like this is equal to 5. So it's like rating is a variable of int type like this. We just hint that. Okay, but Python does not enforce it, but tools and teammates read it with the we use type hints from today. Okay, because every serious code base in 2026 does, and interviews notice their absence. Okay, so like if you someone asked you like, okay, is Python static or dynamic typed? Okay, what was their question? It will be dynamic type. Why? Because we don't have to declare that variable types, right? Data types. Because types are checked at runtime here. Okay, attached to objects, not variables. We can add type hints optional, because static analysis by MyPy without changing runtime behavior. Okay, and what is the difference between a list and a tuple? This is a very important question in Python. List versus tuple. Okay, they are very similar but very different also. There is a list and what is tuple. Okay, so list are like mutables. Okay, you can change data inside them. These are mutable. Okay, mutable means changeable, and tuples are immutable. If you assign initialized tuple one time, you cannot further change the data inside it in following code. Okay, and I told you there is a none data type, right? So if someone asked, okay, what is none? Okay, how do you check for it? So it's a null object representing the absence. Okay, it's a null object. So okay, it represents absence. Okay. So how do you check if it's something is none or not? You check with not equal to, right? Not equal to none. Like if something like let's say x is not equal to none or not. Okay, so identity versus equality. Okay, is check same box, checks the same value. Okay, then we have we will discuss functions. We are just not going too deep because we are here to build project, and I assume you know some basics of these already. Okay, and this concept is what is function. Okay, you heard about functions a lot, right? So functions are like reusable code block. Okay, reusable machines. So a function is a machine, like raw material in arguments. We give some raw material as argument here, and the product like return value come out of it. So let's say a coffee machine takes beans and water and return a coffee to you, right? So our function today takes a file path. I am talking about the project. Our function will take a file path and return a list of reviews from there. Okay, why function? Because why we use functions. Okay, so it's a reusable block of code. Okay, and why we use functions? Because to reuse the same code again and again. Okay, then for testing, we will do testing through this. Okay, then for readability also. Readability. Okay, these are the reasons we use functions. Like how a function looks like. Okay, let me just show you how a function looks like in general. So in Python we use this ref keyword to define a function. Then we have a function name, like let's say roll reviews, like this. Then we have arguments. Okay, file path, like this. Then we can decide, okay, what data type of this file path is, okay, and then we can this is optional, right? We can avoid this also, okay, optional. And list of dictionaries, okay, so this is also optional. So I am greening these things. This is optional, and this part is also optional, okay. We are just mentioning them. It's a return type, okay. What type of data this function will return, okay. So this is what, and this is for file path type. So this is data type of file path, okay. So we will receive file path as a string, okay. And so it's a hint only, okay. All right, just a minute. So we call it a parameter, okay. Here this is parameter, okay. A function takes parameter as input and give output, okay. Parameter is like input variable to us, and we have function name, and def keyword. I am defining a machine like that, and this is we write logic here, okay, of this function. Then at the end we return, okay, we return a list of reviews, okay, like this data type, okay, like this. So then you understand what is a function. You can understand when we write those functions, and you will understand them more, okay. Then we have control flow, okay. What is control flow? So control flow is like we decide something and then we repeat that, okay. So let's say, like, take this analogy. Two superpowers make a code smart, okay. If will decide and for will repeat. So a bouncer at a club, let's say, if you are on a list, come in, else no, right? So let's say if you are a bouncer, if you are on a list, you can go, else out, right? And what we do, we repeat this process for everyone, okay, in the queue. So that's 90% of our programming logic, decide and repeat. So what pattern we will use constantly, you can see. So we have a list of reviews, right? Let me see, we have a list like with this name, list of valid reviews, okay, is equal to, this is a list. And what we do for repeating, we have a function loop. This is called loop for review, okay, in all reviews. So we have many reviews, okay. Then it will give those reviews one by one to this review variable, okay, this variable. And then we check if review in Python it's like this, okay. In Python it's like this, okay. It will check, okay, if review text, okay. So decide if it is the valid or not, okay. And then what it will do, in if we have a review, text is there, okay, for that value, what we will do, we add that to the valid review. Okay, how we can do this? Like valid review dot append, this is a function for a list. Okay, we can append this review. So this review is added. You will understand after, for each review in the reviews, right? For each review in the all reviews, if the review has text, okay, if a review has text, right? So keep it like valid review, add this review. This is a filter pattern appear in every data pipeline, every written. Okay, so today you learn it on day 28 or like that. If professional tool great expectation does an industrial version of exactly like this. So what is the difference between a for loop and a while loop? So we have two types of loop here. For comparison, we have for example, in real we have three types of loop, like for loop, we have while loop, and we have a do while loop. Do while. Okay. So what is the difference between while and for and while? So you will understand these, I will tell you after that when we. What is the difference later, because here you will not be understand. Like just I will try. The structure of for is like this. The for runs for a known collection. Okay, for runs over a known collection. Okay, but while repeats until a condition changes. Okay, if that condition is not changing, then a while will continue running, and this is a risk for infinite loop. Okay, and it will overflow your RAM by continuously running. Then we have this one concept, little concept is like truthy values and falsy values. Okay, falsy values. So in an if condition, okay, Python will treat like empty string, okay, empty string like this as false value, and also empty list and 0 and false and none. All of these are false values. Okay, and everything else is true. So that's why if this this will return some string, okay, then it is true, then this will be applied. If it returns a empty string, this will be false, then it will not, this line will not run. Okay, then after that, guys, is okay. You understand these data types and all, right? These are basics. Now we move to real deal. In this, like here, come here, and for we have to load some data, right? For data we will first of all we will we can delete this file, okay? If you remember, we don't need this, we just use this for our a review, like show you how this works. But okay, so we have to make a directory first, okay, for our data. Okay, why I am using this is for parent, okay? So what I will do is it will look for parent folder called data. If there is not there, then it will create the data folder, and under that it will create the source folder, okay? And we run it. As you can see, the data is there and source is there, okay? Now, so source folder is for source code and the data is for data sets, okay? So when you structure any project, then we use that. Professionals never mix data and code in one folder, right? So you have to practice it like, okay, we have source code in one folder and data in other folder. You should not mix them, okay? So let me just create a CSV file for sample data for you, okay? Then I will just to give you feel how data looks like, okay? In this I will create a file like touch source dot in the source, no, not in the source, in the data folder, and I will do, okay, so this is reviews, right? Sample dot CSV, right? We are getting CSV file, okay? And this is empty file here. I will review so it will have some columns like review ID will be first, then we have text, okay, then we have rating, then we have verified or not, okay? So this is how a CSV file looks like to us, right? And in the same way we will make this file, okay? So review ID, let's say this is first review to us, and this is text for this, like, okay, this product, right, exceeded my expectations, like this, right? Then we have rating, and like, okay, loved it. And after that we have rating, I will give it 5, like this. And verified is true, like this is a valid review, right? Like this we can create more, like, okay, this is review ID 2. Second review is like, okay, this is a terrible product, okay, broke after 2 days. It must be from China, right? So broke after 2 days, like this. You can give, then you can give 1 rating to it, and it's also a true review, like it's a genuine review, right? After 3 we have this another review, like terrible quality, right? Let's say broke after 2 days, right? Oh. And this is also like this is also giving like it's 1 rating, and it's also true, right? Then also let's go with something like it's okay, nothing special about it, right? But does the job, like this, right? 3 star. Then it has some 4. Fifth, it's an empty string, like it does not give review, and it does just a rating for 4, and it's also true, right? Then we have best purchase I made this year, right? Highly recommend to everyone, right? There are some person you can find online also. Okay. Then we can write like this. Okay, we are just looking for some like a trustable, like some like we will write just 10 reviews, right? So we can think about it and analyze it after. Actually, okay, it's a complete waste of money to us. Money, do not buy, 1 star, and it's a false, let's say. Then we have 8th number. Okay, like which is saying amazing. Okay, like this. Will definitely buy again. And 5, this is also false review, right? Then we have it 8 to 9 here, right? Like the delivery was fast, but the product is mediocre, right? 2 stars, and it's a true review. Okay. So this is how we write CSV files, right? And last will be like, okay, note what was advertised, okay, very disappointed, right? 1 true. Alright, so this is our data for, right? So we will read this data. It's a tiny CSV file. CSV file are like comma separated, right? As you can see here. So it's like comma separated values, plain text, spreadsheet format. Okay. So this CSV is the most common ML format for us. We start here. Real data set arrives data at file when we build a real project, like build upon that. This is just a demo here, right? So real data will be dirty for us. Okay. So like this, notice this row here, empty. There is no review, right? Empty text. This is planted on purpose here because real data is dirty. Our code must survive it, right? So row 5 here is a trap. Empty review text. Okay. Watch how we handle it. There's a difference between tutorial code and a production code. Okay. So now we will build a source file. Okay. Here source and load reviews.py. Okay, so as you can see here, load reviews.py has been created, and okay. So as I yesterday told you, like first of on top of every file, we have to write the doc string first, right? What this file does. Okay, so it will load and validate customer reviews, right? For review radar. Okay, and it will reads reviews from CSV and validates them. Okay, and reports basic statistics also. Statistics, guys. As you can see my pronunciation. So it's a module doc string describing the file purpose, right? You have to write it top of every file, and we have to take it as a habit also to write it always. So anyone can read this file can understand what this file is for. Okay, and after this we import CSV. So what it will do, it will import the Python's built-in CSV reading module from Python, and we use it for when we try to read or write CSV files without external libraries, right? It's a built-in Python module. So because it's a built-in, so we don't need any installation of external libraries. Okay, like this is basics, but on production we will upgrade to pandas and all when we have a real data, right? We will move to pandas library, but for now it is enough, right? Then we have from path lib import path also. What is this? So imports, it will import path. What is this path? Like it's a object oriented file paths. Okay, so anytime you touch a file path in modern Python, so we use this. Okay, path handles Windows or Linux / differences automatically and reads better than string paths. Okay, professional standard since 2018 it is. So it is for reading a paths, okay, and accessing some files. So let's define our function first. So this is a function def. I said, like we define this, and function name is load reviews. Okay, and it will have a file path of a string, and it will return us to list of dict. Okay, this is how we define a function. So it takes a file path string as a parameter or case input, and it will return list of dictionaries. Okay, so this is a reusable machine, right? This is a reusable block of code. So you can call it every time any part of review radar needs a review data, right? So to load a review data anytime, you can call this function from anywhere. Okay, now we have this after that we have a path equal to path. That's why we imported it. Okay, and file path, whatever this file path we give for the file in the input, right, it will handle this path, all the slashes. Okay, so this will convert the string into a path object. So it will unlock the superpowers like exist checks below and everything. So let me show you. If not path dot exist, this is a function of this path. Okay, if path does not exist, okay, so there is a function. If this file path does not exist, what we take input in this function, this file path does not exist, so what we will do, we raise a error. Okay, this is a raise file not found error. Okay, then f string, I told you why we use f string, so we can accommodate variables inside the string. Okay, like we review file not found, and where not found, like here we can put the variable here. Okay, so this will check, okay, if the checks whether the file is actually there or not. Okay, so we check that before opening any file. Okay, you have to remember this. Before opening any file, we have to always check this, okay, if this file exists or not. So without this, a wrong path gives a cryptic crash. Okay, with it we control the error. Then so when it will raise or throws an error on purpose in stopping the program with our message. Okay, so when continuing makes sense, because no data, no pointing running, right? So fail fast, fail loud, like this. So after this, if it does not exist, okay, we raise the concern. But if it is not like that, then what we do, just a minute, we have this review list. Okay, which we and this empty list, we will fill that with valid reviews. Okay, now what we do with open path, mode is for, like, if we want to read the file or write the file. Okay, we are like read the file, we want to read the file, and encoding is equal to UTF-8. I will tell you what is this, and as file. Okay, so this is an open function. Okay, so it will open the file with a context manager. Okay, with a context manager, auto close the file when the block ends. Okay, ends if error happen. So just a minute. So why UTF-8 is like it's an encoding format. Okay, this is for ASCII coding, like this. Okay, and this is our file as file. So whatever file we get from this path, okay, we assign that file to this variable called file. Okay, then we can do this, like reader is equal to CSV dot direct reader and file. So this is a CSV reader. Okay, that uses the header row as dictionary key. Okay, and each row becomes like this. Let me as you can see in the CSV file, we have data like this, right? Let's just tell you here, right? We have data like this. So what it will do, right? Here this is ID, right? And before all of it, we had this 1 and 2, right? So what this function will do, right? What this function, like csv dot dict reader of file. What will do, like it will use the header row as a key. There is dictionary, right? You know the dictionary data type. We have some key, then we have some value, right? Key, this will use the header of the row of each row as key, okay, like 1 then 2 of all the headers, right? And each row as becomes the value, so the value becomes like this. This will becomes like this, okay. Review ID, like this is the review ID, this will become key, and this will value for this is 1, like this, comma, then text, comma, text will be our key again, then this text will be all value, okay, value here. Then we have rating also as key, then 5 is the, right, like this, okay. So dict rows beat plain list, right? So row rating is readable here. Now from here what we will do, it will have all the ratings, right? Then so this is a dictionary in itself, right? So in this dictionary reader, okay, this is dictionary, dict reader, right, as a dictionary reader. So reader is a dictionary. Now we will go through this dictionary for row in reader, okay. So this is a for loop. It will repeat one by one on every data row, okay. Then what we will do, reviews dot append row. It will append the row. It will add the each row dictionary to our list, okay. So we are not validating anything if it is a like a valid review or not, okay. Then what we will do, in this function we return reviews, like what is this? This is a list of this dictionary, right? So after all of this, what we will do, we will directly call this like if name, okay, equal to main, right? Only then we call this function like this, okay. It's not like this. So here okay, whatever it is, like this, we will take reviews equal to, first we load the reviews, right, data slash this is, we will give the path, right, reviews sample.csv, right, we are here. This is not sample, it is sample. It will give us error like this. So review sample like this here, right? After that, print, okay, like loaded, how many, we tell, okay, how many reviews you loaded, right? Length of reviews, right? And length is a function. It will count the items in a collection. And what we will do, we print the first review. So print reviews of 0, okay. So index, and because in the list like C++ C also start from 0 here. Let's try to run this here. Okay. Python source like load reviews .py, right? So it only loaded 10 reviews, right? Because we have only 10 reviews here, right? So length of reviews is 10, and first review is like review ID is 1 here, right? Text is this product is my expectations, like you can see like this. Okay. ID is 1, and then we have rating is loved it. No, rating is what? Rating should be 5, right? But okay. Verified. Okay, verified none. What? I think there is a miss. Where in this? Oh, now rating is 5. Okay, this comma was creating confusion here. So okay. Then verified is true. True, it's a valid reviewer. Okay. Then so you can look carefully at the output rating is 5, right? With quotes. So it's a string here, right? It's a string here. So it's not a number, but here we are printing a number, right? So CSV files know nothing about types. Everything arrives as text. If we let compute the average rating 5 plus 3, right? Okay, like this. If I compute later, like okay, 5 plus 3, these both are strings, so it will give me 53. It will concatenate that string, it will not compute. Okay, so this silent bug class kills real pipelines. Okay, so we have to fix this. So we have to do the type conversion right now. Okay, so we have to create another function to validate the type, validation and type conversion of the review. Okay, so we have another function which will validate the review. Okay, it will have a row of a dictionary type from the reviews, and it will also return a dictionary. Okay, or it will return none. Alright, if there is invalid review, then it will return run, right? So it will take a row CSV row and returns a clean dictionary or none if row is the garbage, right? So we have to call this because it is taking row as input, right? So we have to call it for each row of the review. Alright, so what it will do, it will have this text is equal to from row, it will get the review first. Okay, whatever the text is. Okay, and dot strip. Why are we doing this? So get text. Okay, get text reads the key safely and return empty string if there is no key, right? If missing instead of crashing, so it will not crash. So it will get the key from this text key value. Okay, the value, and strip removes white spaces from the both ends. Like if I have this review like this, okay, like that, and like this, so it will remove the white spaces from here, right? Because they are just garbage, right? So strip will do that thing, and then we have a clear text here. Okay, and now what I will do, I will check if there is a review or not. So if not text, right, text is null empty string if it is, so it's a falsy value, right? So truthiness from the theory, empty string is falsy because, so this case is our row step 4, then return, it will return none in this case because it will signal that this row is invalid to the caller, right? So we don't crash or bad rows. So one bad row shouldn't kill the 10 million rows pipeline, okay? So we can skip that. And after that, we have a try below. Rating equal to int of row dot get, okay, like this. Rating, what is this? So we are encapsulating it in the int. What this will do? This will convert the string format of rating like 5, 6 into integer format, okay, into a number. So number, we can just put math on this, alright. Except if we are not able to do this, then if the conversion will fail, okay, like rating is like this, let's say in case of failed conversion, right, like rating is like this, like 5 string, because we cannot convert this 5, right, instead of like this 5, right? So we have to throw this except case, okay, and in this case also return none in that case, okay. And if not 1 less than equal to rating less than equal to 5, if rating is not like in this range, okay, what we will do, we have to return none in this case also, because rating, what we define, rating should be between 1 to 5. It is like anything else, like 99, 100, 2000, okay. So this is not valid rating, right? Okay. And after that, all of it we return the dictionary, right? Return like, okay, review ID is row to get review ID here, else empty string if there is no review ID, okay. And we have text, that will be our text, updated text, right, or like stripped text. Then we have rating, right, what we have rating, and we have if it is verified or not, verified, right. So row dot to get verified, right, like this, and lower also it is true or false, let me true, and this is the end of dictionary. So what we have, because some ratings are like can be like this, right, like this, and like this. So they are trying to write the true, but they are not all like. So first what we do, we make them all lower, then compare it with true. If it is true, then it will return true to verified. If it is not equal to true, then this will be false, and false will be stored in this verified, right? Now, why we have to pirate it into loop, replace two lines, okay. So here we have this function, we have one variable first, okay, for it skipped to 0, it will for row and reader, right? For each row we have to call this like, okay, if it is clean, right? Clean is validate review, and we put the row into this, okay. So every row goes through this gatekeeper, and if clean, because this is returning either dictionary or none, right? So if it is returning dictionary, then it's a valid review, right? So what we will do, if clean is there, right? Clean is, if it is clean is none, so what we do, we skip less is equal to 1, we add the skipped one, okay, and continue the this for loop, and either else review.append.clean, we add this into our reviews, okay. And after that what we will do, we will also tell, okay, how many are the skipped one, right? So if skipped, if skip has any value, okay, then we can show, okay, how many of them are skipped already, okay. So skipped invalid reviews, like this, right? So let me just try to run this now. Okay, so it's a skipped whatever. Okay, so load reviews is there an error? Okay. Alright. Because the function name was not clear, so I think it was okay. Skip the here. Alright. reviews 0, so it's a review or reviews. Okay, it's already skipped many, so okay. Okay, so what is it's returning here? Let me just check. Okay. So it's all like okay, let me try this. It's like skipping all. It's like validating like all the reviews is invalid, right? Why it is doing this so? For row and reader, clean is validated review. Okay, if clean is none, skip. Review opened. Okay. So like stripping the text, if not text, return none. Okay. So we have the text, right? Text it is okay. Strip, if not try. Text is there. Rating is equal to row to get rating. Okay. I think it's going good. Then accept, return none. Then if now one is like 5, return none. Okay. Then we have review ID, 0.review ID. Then we have text, then we have rating. Do we have verified? Verified, yeah. Verified also. Okay, so what is the problem here? Let me ask this. Okay, so what is error here? Okay, just testing if there is an error I cannot find here. Okay. right. Okay, so what is the error here? There are spaces after the comma in the header. Okay. So C2 dictionary uses the header verbatim like dictionary keys. So your keys are actually review ID. Okay, text rating. Okay, with leading spaces. Okay, so what it does? Keys does not match like text and all. It returns the default empty. Okay, agree to skipped. Alright, fix tell the reader strip leading spaces after each delimiter. Okay, so skip initial space is equal to true. I have to do this. Okay, so I think just I need to do this here and here. Now if I run this, skip 6 enabled reviews and 4. Okay, let me just loaded 4 reviews only. Okay, so if I like do skip initial spaces, so if I like do this also when I am reading, then what is the difference in that case? Skip initial space true, let's say, then how many I will do? Okay, I think that was the case. In all of it. Okay, text and all of that. All right. I have to do this, guys, like this. Okay. Like this, like this, like that. The CSV file is very okay. That's why it was not good. Just a minute. Now I think I can remove this also, and I will be finding the same output like this, right? So you can do this also like that. Okay, nice. We learned something today, and so you can see this empty this code, right? Empty text trap code, right? Counted and reported also. So rating 5 without codes. Here you can see in the output also, right? If I want to show you here, if I like that, okay, like this, you can see the rating is not under quotes here, right? And verify true capital is also verified right here. So now we will use a function to summarize the reviews. Okay, so let's write it here. We have to like define a function before calling it, right? Like we are calling this function right here, where we have to call validated review, right? So we have to define it above it. So like this. So here we also have to find summarize reviews. It will take review as list of dictionary. Okay, and it will return what? It will also return dictionary to us. We will run some statistics over the clearance reviews, and okay, if not reviews, return a dictionary of count 0, only one element in the list, right? So it's a guard clause, right? Handle the empty case first and exist early, right? It will prevent dividing by 0 below, and guard clauses be deeply invested readability. So let's say we have ratings equal to R of rating, okay, for R in reviews. We have the dictionary, okay. So this is a list comprehension compact loop that build a list. Okay, so this is what? This is what? So we have to collect the R. We take R, okay. In that R we collect the R, okay. R's rating for each R in the review, okay. We collect the ratings only from the reviews, okay. So and that becomes the rating list only. Alright. So this is a review list of dictionary, right? From that dictionary we take a one row of dictionary. From that row we take only the rating of that row, and that then we put in this list entire. So this is for transforming one list into another list is one readable line. Okay, after that what we will do, we will return like a dictionary, like count is a line of reviews, how many reviews we have, then average rating we will decide, round sum of ratings, right, divided by line of ratings, comma 2. So it will sum the add all the ratings and divide by the count of the rating. Okay, this will give the average, and round is like till the 2 decimal points, right? Down this like this. Okay, this is for round function. After it, like 5-star, it will sum 1 for R and reviews. Okay, if R rating is equal to 1, equal to 5. Okay, like this. And we have 1 star also, but we have to put comma here. Okay, so how many 1 star we have? 1 means it will give output as 1 for R in reviews if R review equal to 1. Okay, so it's a generator expression with a condition, like if count is 1 for each 5-star review, right? Then we have a verified fact, like 100 into sum of 1 for r in reviews, right? If r is verified, okay, by line of reviews, comma 1 decimal point, okay, it will give the percentage of verified reviews to us. All right, and in this what we will do, we call this function also like this, stats is equal to summarize reviews, okay, reviews dictionary here, then we print what, right, like this, review radar data summary, like this, and what for this, for key comma value in stats dot items, right, we print what, key then value, okay. So just trying to check if it is anything wrong or not. Summarize reviews like this, dictionary if not reviews, okay, rating is like this, okay, average rating is what, okay. Let's check the output. Okay, many interesting errors here. Let me check. What happened? Okay, so it should be like a divide, right? Not okay, so whatever review, oh, so not review is there, rating is there, right? Okay, now it's a clear output is giving, I think. Just I need to like okay, we have shown this already. Let's check. Okay, we have data summary. Okay, whatever है. What the hell is that? Data summary is there. We have one invalid review is there. Loaded 9 reviews there, and average rating is 2.67. 5 star is 3, and 1 star is also 4 is there. Verified percentage 66.7 are verified there. Okay. So tutorials show you code that works, right? But the engineers know how code fails also. So let's attack our own program. This is the most valuable 20 minutes today. Now let's change this file here, file path, what it will do. Okay, what was the file path here, what we were reading? Okay, load reviews, no, here this is the file path. So we don't have any like, okay, so text.csv, let's say. Now try to run this. Okay, so it should give output to us, file not found error, like this, right? Let me check. Yeah, so line this, raise file not found, review file not found path, like this, right guys? So as you can see, where is the path? This is the path, this is the error, right? Here we cannot find this file, right guys? So let's correct this now for running. Okay, it's good now. And let's corrupt the file here also, right? Let's say rating is like, it is not numerical. Let's say it's a banana, like this. Okay, let's see. So now try to run this. So it should like skip with 2 invalids, right? So here, as you can see, it skipped 2 invalid reviews here, right? Why it is not crash like last one? Because how we are validating them. Okay, how we are validating them. Load reviews, before that we are validating. Okay, validate. So if for rating, so it will return none. Okay, rating is not good. Then if it is not able to convert that, then it will return none. And if it is none here, then it will not crash. It will just skip +1 and continue, right? And also we can say like, okay, rating is not what is right. Okay, let's say rating I can give it as 100. Let's say this is also should be like this. Invalid skips 2, right? So like this, the code can feel, right? So common mistakes people do is file not found error even though file exists. So if you run this with the wrong folder, okay, like code is not accessible from here. Right now it is accessible, but if this data is on other directory, right, then not where this should be like always run from the root folder. Okay, and we have in Python we have indentation errors also, like it will decide the scope of the variable and functions, right? Always do type conversion like from data, because if you don't do type conversion of these things, then you cannot do the math on this, right? You cannot give the average, right? We have to do this. And always start virtual environment. Okay, so if you want homework, you can like extend this summary review function, like average text length like this, and negatives, or all of this. Okay, so what we understood today was like variables are sticky notes, okay, on boxes. And then we also found like core types of data, and why CSV lies about them, and functions as machines with contracts. Tomorrow we will learn something about object-oriented programming. Okay, we turn our loose function into proper classes, learn modules and project structure there, and shape this into a real Python package. Okay, that structure is what makes the code base survive 43 more days of growth. Okay, so this is the end of episode. Okay, so thank you so much guys. We'll meet you tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much.